Today's announcement from Queen's Park is having a ripple effect on political hopefuls who believed they had a fighting chance at representing their communities. With the newly added wards and a number of high-profile councillors choosing not to run again, candidates we spoke with tonight say Ford's decision in the middle of an active election campaign has thrown them into chaos.
We're wrapping up and we hear the news that Doug Ford is looking to slash City Council. So it was a lot to take in.
Jennifer Hollett was in the midst of her campaign launch Thursday night when she heard about Premier Ford's plan to cut council in half.
As a candidate, I am definitely feeling frustrated, but mainly frustrated for the people of Toronto. Our city is growing, especially where I live and where I'm running in downtown Toronto.
The former head of news at Twitter Canada quit her full-time job to run in the newly formed Ward 21, which encompasses St. Lawrence Market, Corktown, and the Distillery District.
Anyone who runs for office thinks a lot about making that decision because you just have to give so much, whether that's your time, money.
It's a similar story for Walid Kogali.
I had to take 6 months off work. That was financially very, very difficult to make.
The longtime community organizer took an unpaid leave to run for the late Pam McConnell's seat in Ward 23. He believed the sacrifice would be worth it after being encouraged by fellow residents in Regent Park.
Yesterday, we had over 200 people show up to my campaign launch, and there were a lot of new faces, a lot of folks from the community that were so excited about getting engaged.
But now the future of these young politicals who put their lives on hold to run for office remains unclear.
We have 35 incumbents in the race. So if we have a council of 25 seats, we're going to see more of those incumbents running against each other. Those are people with very high name recognition.
The executive director of Progress Toronto, a not-for-profit focused on creating social change, says this year's election was supposed to be a rare opportunity to bring new blood into City Council. With a number of new wards and incumbents stepping down, they'd identified 10 open races that could be taken by fresh faces.
If we look at the status quo of City Hall, they're majority men, and they don't have any racialized diversity or economic diversity on council either. And that would have been our opportunity to get new people in.
But with the seats down to 25, that opportunity may be lost. The group has started a petition to stop Ford's controversial plan. Hay believes his decision is not just about reducing the number of politicians in Toronto.
This is about how Doug Ford wants to control City Hall from Queen's Park, and he's just doing it now through council. But what's next? Is something coming down next around housing? Is something coming down next around transit? What else will he do to our city through this process?
In my opinion, this is an attack on the city, and I hope that the Premier is paying attention and understands that this is a wrong decision.
Kogali and Hollett say they haven't made any concrete decisions on whether they'll continue their candidacies if the changes to the wards end up going through.